Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're doing the League 2 predictions for matchday 42. Now obviously it is crunch time in the Sky Bet League 2, so let's get straight into it. Starting off then with Bradford versus Gillingham. Now neither side comes into this game in any sort of form. Bradford obviously picking up 4 points in the last two matches, but if we look at before that, they were getting hammered every week. As for Gillingham, they picked up one more point than Bradford in the last 5 matches, but neither side are very good. I am going to go with a 0-0 draw. Next up, it is Tranmere versus Walsall. Now, obviously, for me, this game has got draw written all over it again, but I think there's going to be more goals in it. Obviously, Walsall, not too long ago, were a very good side in a really rich vein of form, but that has since come to an end, and neither of these sides really look like they're playing for much at this back end of the season, so I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. Now, next up, it is Sutton versus Stockport at the Gander Green Lane. It's going to be a very tough game for Stockport. Sutton come into this with 4 wins out of their last 4 matches. Stockport unbeaten in 5, 3 wins in that time. So if we look at our last 5 matches, Sutton have actually picked up 1 more point. But I say Stockport are there, they're up there for a reason. They're a very good side. And I think that they will win this game just about. They're going to edge it. It's going to be by the odd goal. I'm going to go with a 2-1 away victory. But again, Sutton could turn up and do a job and mainly help out other teams around Stockport and try and get them out of that top spot. Next up, we have got a Harrogate side here who are unbeaten in 5 but need to start putting some more wins on the board. Obviously, Notts County aren't a very good side. They haven't been a good side this season. Luckily, their start of the year form was good enough to see them in that mid-table spot. I don't think they're in any danger of going down. I think they're already starting to be on the beach a little bit more now. So I can see Harrogate winning this game. Narrowly, though. I'm not going to say they're going to win this game by a big scoreline. I'm going to only go with a 1-0 away win, but 3 points are 3 points at the end of the day. Now, next up, this game for me is going to be a very tough test for both sides. I think Crawley are a fantastic outfit this season. They've been incredible, defying everyone's expectations of them. Mansfield, they've been a good side. They are where they are for a reason. Obviously, defeat last time out to Wrexham is gonna hurt, but they have to look past that. They've had a nice break. They didn't play on Monday, so they're going to be a little bit fresher than Crawley. And at the end of the day, I think that's what's going to get them over the line. I think it's going to be a very entertaining game for the fans. I'm going to go with a 3-2 home win. Well, from 2 teams that have been very impressive this season to 2 teams that have been very woeful this season, Grimsby versus Newport County. Grimsby obviously do need some points on the board to get themselves safe and away from that relegation spots. Newport County, on the other hand, they haven't been amazing this season. Considering that in years gone by they've been up in the playoffs, this hasn't been a good one for Newport County, and they need to go again next time around. I think it's going to be a pretty boring game. I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw. Next up is Forest Green Rovers versus MK Dons. Now for me, Forest Green Rovers, they're a very hit and miss side. MK Dons are a very good side, and I think there's only one winner for me. I'm going to go with an away win. I'm going to go with a 3-1 away victory for MK Dons, but it's going to be a tough game because Forest Green Rovers are still going to be fighting for something. It's not like you're playing a mid-table side that aren't playing for anything. Forest Green Rovers are still battling for survival, but I think MK Dons' quality is just going to shine through a little bit too much in this one. Next up, it is Barrow versus Swindon. Now, for me, Barrow, they're a decent side. They've been very impressive this season. They're up and around the playoffs for a reason. Swindon have been pretty average this year, so I think that Barrow will win this game fairly comfortably at home. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to the home side. Swindon, they're going to be alright this season. Mid-table, another pretty average year for them. Next up is Accrington versus Crewe. Now for me, Crewe desperately need a win here. If they want to keep themselves going into the playoff on a good run of form, they need to get all 3 points here. 4 games without a win is not form that keeps you in the playoffs. And for me, I think they're going to be playing against an Accrington side that aren't really going to be going for it. So I do think they're going to win this one narrowly. Away, 2-1 is a decent performance for them. It'll be a decent result. So I'm going with a 2-1 away win. Next up, it is another team that are in desperate need of a win. Wimbledon, if they are going to keep their playoff hopes alive, they need to win this game. But Salford are going to be a very tough test for them. On their day, Salford can turn up and put on a really good show and shock a team. We've seen it already this season when they drew against Stockport. They have the capacity to really shock a team. I do think Wimbledon are going to come through this game with all 3 points, but it'll be a narrow one. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to the home team. On to the penultimate game then, where Colchester take on Wrexham. Now for me, this game is going to be a tough one for Wrexham. Going away to Colchester, who at the minute are the specialists of a draw. And I think it's going to continue in this one. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw, which seems to be Colchester's favourite scoreline at the minute. Now for the final game, Doncaster's record speaks for itself. I don't think this game is going to be too difficult for them. Morecambe obviously have picked up 2 wins in their last 2 matches, but they aren't a fantastic side. Doncaster just keep motoring through matches at the minute. I think they're going to win this game fairly comfortably. I'm going to go with a 3-0 away win for Doncaster. So that just about wraps things up. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to hit like and subscribe. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next one.